Whenever I find a best friend one day, I'll give them the other half of my necklace.
I don't mean to say I told you so, but yeah, I told you so. Hey you guys, it is Eye Candy back with another video, and I have one question for you. How many of you saw people coming in my comments, coming for me, saying I was being messy, saying that, you know, there's nothing going on with TWEEZY and Kennedy, that they're still friends, everybody need to mind their business, blah, 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 blah. And now look, it's confirmed, guys, by the person herself.
Whenever I find a best friend one day, I'll give them the other half of my necklace.
Whenever I find a best friend one day, whenever I find a best friend one day, whenever I find a best friend one day, I'll give them the other half of my necklace.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I sensed all of that shade that she just threw just now. I definitely felt it, and she didn't even have to say all of that. But she said it, she meant it, and we're here for it. I also want you guys to take a look here because Scotty ended up staying by Kennedy Simone's house to watch Fendi for 3 days. So he ended up watching Fendi for 3 days. Kennedy was comfortable enough to give him the key to her apartment. Scotty went and took Fendi out for a walk. They are really good friends, guys. I'm just saying, they may just be friends, or they could be a little bit more than friends. Who knows? But it's not that far-fetched of an idea. I definitely noticed that Scotty and TWEEZY were best friends. They were friends even before Kennedy. And then Scotty and Kennedy started hanging out more than usual. They started hanging out more often. You started not really seeing TWEEZY too much. And people started to wonder, like, isn't that TWEEZY's friend? But I do know they all became best friends together because TWEEZY and Kennedy were best friends, but then TWEEZY and Scotty were friends from before. And then TWEEZY introduced Scotty to Kennedy, and then they became friends too. So I do know that they met each other and they all became a group of best friends. But something happened. I don't know what it is. You guys can let me know if you know. But it was very easy to tell that they stopped being as close. You didn't see them being friends as much. Even when Kennedy was hanging out with Vaya and she was visiting TWEEZY, you just kind of sensed that they weren't as close as they were before. It just seemed a little, I'm not sure. And some people say it's because of Vaya, that Vaya had an issue with Kennedy and things went sour. Some people said that Kennedy told TWEEZY that Vaya is not to be trusted and that she's just trying to get her papers, and that TWEEZY was offended, so they stopped being friends. Some people said it's because Scotty and Kennedy became friends and a little bit more than friends behind TWEEZY's back, and it kind of ruffled some feathers in the friendship. So no one really knows what exactly happened between this friendship. But I do want to say that we knew, at least I knew, something was wrong for a little while now. Everybody wanted to act like, oh, you know, they are allowed to not talk and they're allowed to this and that. But it's clear that they have previous videos where Kennedy is referring to TWEEZY as her best friend, and TWEEZY is referring to Kennedy as his best friend. And now all of a sudden, in the video she did today on May 1st, she said,
Whenever I find a best friend one day, I'll give them the other half of my necklace.
Yeah, I'll give this to someone whenever I have a best friend. Now that sounds like she was throwing some shade to me. I don't know about you, but I saw the whole tree. I saw everything, and she was throwing some shade at TWEEZY, guys. So could it be that TWEEZY violated her by doing the DDG reaction to OD? Could it be that Vaya and her had a falling out over TWEEZY? I'm not sure what happened, but you guys comment down below and tell me what you think, because I just want to make it known that we knew, people who knew we knew something wasn't right and that they weren't as cool as they were anymore. Even though we knew TWEEZY was starting his new life and he was with Vaya, TWEEZY was still hanging out with other people. He was still hanging out with Chark, even though that's his roommate. He was still hanging out with Vicky. He was still hanging out with a lot of people at his house. He was still hanging out with people. So the question was, why was Kennedy not there, you know, to hang out with them? And even one video, Chark was at Kennedy's house hanging out, but TWEEZY wasn't there. So even from that video, I knew something wasn't too right. Okay? Now, not for nothing, I don't want the Ken killers coming for me, trying to kill me off, because I have my opinion. This is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. But Kennedy is not the same. I feel like she's letting social media get to her. I feel like it's changing up her personality a little bit. I feel like she's way too sensitive to be an influencer. I feel like she, you know, I'm just not really feeling her vibe. I don't know. She probably has a lot going on. She just went through a huge breakup with DDG. She's going through a breakup again of a best friend. I know there's a lot going on probably with her business. Her lip gloss line is not really happening the way she wanted it to. She's having some issues there. She has a KCK website with the launch that she was supposed to have, and that was supposed to be popping, but you know, that we're seeing is happening, but it's probably not happening as fast as she wants it to. So we do know that some stuff is going on with her. She did go home recently and to see family. And we know that things probably aren't going exactly how she would love for them to go. But it's clear that something is not right. And it's clear that, you know, I'm not seeing the same person I used to see before. And granted, I'm not really anybody to say I'm, you know, more pro DDG. You know, it has nothing to do with him. I just feel like her personality is different now. I'm not really feeling her. She doesn't seem like she's that cool of a person as much as she was before. And it has nothing to do with DDG. It's just her character. It's just her. I understand she wants to be private, but I don't feel like she's being honest. I don't feel like she's being as nice and as, you know, just like the girl that we thought she was. I just don't see it. And it could be stress. It could be life that's changing it, everything about, you know, how she looks and how she perceives certain things. But I'm just telling you how I see it. And I've had a lot of people comment that said they feel like she's a little different now, that she feel, you know, and like I said, I'm not taking anything away from her. She just got out of a really toxic, crazy relationship. If you're not familiar with Kennedy and her relationship with DDG, you can check out the videos below. I'll tag them in the description below, and I'll pop them up here for you to see. But I do want you to know that you notice a little bit of a difference with her. So I hope she's okay. I just know I personally don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not really feeling her as much anymore. I'll check out a video or two. I won't watch it all the way through because I just don't feel like she's sincere. I don't feel like she's as genuine these days. And it could just be that a wall is up because of everything that's going on in her life right now. So I give it to her. Whatever, you know, I pray for her. Hopefully she comes through. So what do we think happened between TWEEZY and Kennedy? Do we think that Vaya had something to do with it? What do you guys think? Do you think Vaya was just, after a while, she wasn't really feeling Kennedy? Because keep in mind, after that, they did some videos. They were, you know, doing hair videos. They hung out. They went and got food together. So it's hard to really pinpoint and say, when did this situation happen? I do know that I noticed that SCOTTY had a birthday and I didn't see TWEEZY wish him happy birthday. I didn't see TWEEZY shout him out. I didn't see TWEEZY do anything. So I feel like it's been a little bit that TWEEZY and SCOTTY haven't been friends. And I do think it has to do with SCOTTY. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, again, I don't know what's going on. All I can do is just look and see what you guys tell me. But I think it does have something to do with SCOTTY. Again, that is just my opinion. Don't come looking for me. Don't come with the hate mail in the comments and all of that. Don't come with it. This is my opinion. I'm entitled to it. They put their business all out there for the public. So I'm just saying what I think. Anyway, tell me your thoughts and tell me what you think. Because I knew already that they were not friends anymore. And now she officially confirmed it today on May 1st. So you guys can stop acting like everybody's hating and everybody is all up in their business. At the end of the day, she did that on purpose. She wanted people to know that she no longer saw TWEEZY as her best friend.
Whenever I find a best friend one day, I'll give them the other half of my necklace.
She didn't have to make that comment. She could have said, oh, this is a nice necklace. Oh, I'm going to give it to my best friend. Right? Because doesn't she have friends back home in North Carolina? Doesn't she have other friends that she considers close? But she made it a point to say on YouTube that she does not have a best friend and that she'll give it to somebody whenever she has a best friend. So that was her throwing shade, and it just invited all of us into her business. So I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh, mind your business or blah, blah, blah. She just invited me in. All right, guys, comment down below. Tell me what you think. I'm curious to know, did you know that they were not friends? Did you think they weren't friends as well? Did you think it's Vaya that's caused it? Do you think it has to do with DDG and them reacting to his music video? Is it about Scotty? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Because now that it's confirmed, you know everybody's going to be wondering why TWEEZY and Kennedy are not friends. You think he's going to come out with a video and say it? Or do you think she's going to come out with a video and say it? Maybe TWEEZY might say it. You never know, because she the one who started it. She didn't have to say anything, and she was keeping quiet. But the fact that she said that let us all know that she no longer considers TWEEZY her best friend. So now TWEEZY could easily come out and create a video. So let's see, guys. Stay tuned. I'll be watching. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. See you guys. Bye-bye.
It's kinda sexy when I want it, but you tease me. And you don't let them get inside of your head. Cause you know when I leave, I'll be back to your bed. Cause girl, we got a good thing. So I can't let them fuck this up, ready for wedding rings. One of a kind, glad your mind's such a blessing. Future baby mama, if you're ready, you know that I would do it, so don't test me.